Look how red my face is. It is actually a lot better than it was yesterday. I have been poking and prodding at it this morning, that's why it's so red. So that would be my fault, but it is extremely sensitive, but it is definitely healing now, thank goodness. So I want to give you a little update. In yesterday's video I tried a new primer, which was this, the one that I can't read because it's not in English, but it's the PDD Tricolour Isolation Cream. I used it yesterday for my base and I'm going to need to try it quite a few times, I think, to really get a true sort of sense of how it works. Because my skin is compromised just now, it's like the layer of skin that you can see, it's as if that's so damaged, it's not taking in any creams or anything just now, which means that any oils or moisturisers that I'm putting on are really just sitting on the surface of my skin, and I think that's what happened with this primer yesterday. However, I did like it. I think it's going to be one that I am going to quite like for its sort of moisturising benefits. Even though I don't really know what it says it does because none of it's in English. So today is going to be really another easy makeup look. It's going to be for more mature, dry skin, especially more for the dry skin. I have a very light moisturiser and hyaluronic acid on my skin. The hyaluronic acid has really been the key part in making my skin start healing. And my skin feels so much better since doing that. You can see these bits are really red, but they are healed over, so they're not open or anything now. For a primer today, I'm using the PS Prep and Perfect. You can see this is the Iridescent Glow Primer. I really like this primer. It doesn't smooth your skin, it doesn't really hide pores, but it really gives your skin that a luminous look to it, but it's not drying on the skin. It is a really good sticky base for any foundation really. I find this is quite a safe one. It's very gold and runny, but it is not really gold on the skin, and it dries very quick. And I find this is quite a safe one, especially when maybe a moisturiser, maybe when a foundation's a little bit more moisturising and hydrating. This can sort of, if you're prone to your foundation maybe going greasy, which can happen even if you have dry skin, this can help just dry it down a little bit more. For foundation, I am using the Maybelline Superstay, not the normal one that I would use. I am using this one here, which contains the Microflex technology, and it's in the shade True Ivory. This is it here. I have used this foundation before. I haven't really used it too much. It's not as mattifying as my other Maybelline Superstay, which is running out unfortunately, which is why I went for this one. This one is a little bit lighter than the 10 Ivory. This is the True Ivory, so it's a little bit lighter, but it should be fine for today. I'm hoping that it's not too light, or we might need to go in with a bronzer. Again, I'm applying this with my hands so that I'm not contaminating any of my brushes. Okay, it's definitely lighter, but if you've ever used a foundation that's quite light, sometimes you can get away with it and it just can make you look a little bit fresher. And because I don't wear fake tan or anything, I would say my skin is forever changing. Obviously this isn't going to be full coverage, but that's absolutely fine because I'm just looking for it to help even out my skin just now without smothering it. I am going to add a little bit more into the areas like here, a little bit here, just a little bit so you can see a bit more of the redness. So this foundation is quite a nice gentle foundation. It's not a matte foundation, but it's not a dewy foundation. Sometimes dewy foundations, I wouldn't touch them when my skin's like this because it can make the breakout worse by clogging up the pores. This is like a nice in-between. And excuse the state of my hand, as I explained yesterday what I had done. I don't have any more plasters to hide that. It looks really, really messy and it's still really sore. So I do apologise. I won't be using any setting sprays. I am literally leaving it quite bare so that I'm not removing any of my own excess moisture, just because my skin is so dry. And again, if you have more mature skin, you don't have to set it if you feel you really want to maintain that hydrated, dewy look. And today is really about adding that glow to the face and drinking coffee. I have a new coffee machine, if you didn't know. It's all I talk about just now and I absolutely love it. Love it so much. For the eye look, again, I'm using my Revolution Pro palette, but I'm going to be using all the more brown shades that are in here. I absolutely adore this palette. Absolutely adore it. So I'm just going to make sure that my eyeshadow brush doesn't have any excess product on it, because I don't want any purple, which was yesterday's. Like, I don't want any purples appearing on this. Make sure they're both clean. I'm using a flat dense brush and a tapered fluffy blending brush, and I'll be using the dense flat brush to apply my base colour, which is going to be this shade here, Delight. This one here, it's like a peachy pink colour. These are mainly matte shades that I'll be using today. I'm bringing that onto the brow bone. One thing I've been really excited about, and I can't wait to do it, have you heard of the website Everything £5? It is a fashion site. They also do home goods and bits and pieces, but everything is £5 and they do clothing. And from my understanding is basically everything for £5 buys like last year's stock and stock that hasn't sold, so that it's not going into a landfill, and they sell it really, really cheap. But these are things like from Boohoo. Can't remember, there was quite a few sites mentioned as to where the stock all comes from, and it's good quality clothing. And I'm going to be buying all my sort of summer clothes from there. I can't wait. If you haven't noticed, there is what's the word? There is a repetitive method in my fashion sense, in that everything is soft, quite loose, generally mainly made of cotton. I have really sensitive skin, and even material like denim can cause blisters on my skin with it rubbing on it. My skin is really fragile, and I've been like that for years, so I generally don't wear anything that's a rough material. So I've never really paid attention to fashion so much. However, I had a browse on their site. I've been watching lots of haul videos on YouTube to get inspiration to add a bit more to my wardrobe without having to be uncomfortable. I can't stand to be uncomfortable. I am one of those people that if I worked in an office, I would have to wear cotton clothing. I can't wear I think it's polyester trousers that a lot of office ladies wear. Those trousers are my worst nightmare. They make my legs so red and irritated. I need to be comfy or I can't concentrate at all. So comfort is a major thing to me, and I'm really excited to be trying some new fashionable items that every day I can feel really glamorous and really nice and just that every day I can put that wee bit of effort into what I'm going to be wearing that day, because I love doing that with my makeup. And when I put my makeup on, I feel amazing and I feel like I can conquer the world. Pretty much the same feeling I get when I get a haircut, so why wouldn't I do that with my clothes? I mean, I love my clothes, I love what I wear, but I live in vests and loose cardigan type things, but I want more variety. I want to be more than just a vest. I want to try, I love off-shoulder tops or slouchy tops, and I want to incorporate more colours and more styles into my wardrobe, because I don't want to be basic anymore. For my next shade, now that we've got the base colour down, I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush now actually, which is this one here. I'm going to apply Karma. This is just going to be in a transition shade. The reason I'm using a tapered brush here is so that the pigment isn't too strong, and make sure to tap off any excess. I'm starting on the outer corner, bringing it into the crease. I'm just going to make sure that this is well blended, so I'm doing little small circular motions. And this is just going to be the transition shades for all the browns. Getting a little bit on the inner corner as well to add just a little bit of colour. But it just deepens it up that tiny little bit. If you did want this to be stronger, you would probably use your dense brush and then blend out edges with your fluffier brush. But the site for everything for everything for £5. You can get underwear sets, you can get jewellery, you can get everything your heart desires. It doesn't tell you the brands of the clothes, and really I did hear someone say that they received it in the packaging of the company that actually originally sold it, but then someone else said they only knew where bits and pieces came from because they saw them in that specific store. So when you're buying it online, you can't actually see who it came from or who originally had it. It would be one of those, you would need to already know what company had been originally selling it. But I am super excited to expand my fashion sense, because I've never really been into fashion as such. Not really that big into it. I've always kind of for years wore the same style, and leggings were really a great thing for me because up until then I lived in jogging bottoms, Adidas jogging bottoms, and everybody thought it was an Ed, but it wasn't. It was just the only thing I could wear that was comfortable. So when leggings really became the fashion, I was sorted in that sense, because I own lots of leggings now, mainly leggings and the odd occasional pair of trackies. Now that that's well blended, I'm going to keep the same brush and I'm going to dip into Whisper. We'll go into Whisper. This is a very browny colour. Again, still on all the matte shades, tapping off any excess. Focusing it on the outer corner, on the lid, and then blending it out nicely. That's really nice, that colour, I like that. I never used to wear browns. It's been about 10 years since I've really worn brown eyeshadow. I think because it was the main colour that was worn when I first got into makeup. I just couldn't stand it, I was sick of it, and I just recently got back into it. A couple of palettes that I had bought before, and that was when I got back into it. I'm also adding this to the inner corner of my eye, just a little bit, and up. Same with the other eye, outer corner on the lid, blending it out. And again, if you want it to be really dark, you could apply this eyeshadow with a flat dense brush. If you don't have a flat dense brush and you maybe only have a fluffy brush, you can just layer it up until you're happy. But I cannot wait to put my order in to that website. I can't wait till it comes. And the decent thing as well, most of my stuff comes from eBay, so it's different days, different things arrive. Whereas this is going to arrive all in the one box. Here we go, and I'm going to switch back to my more dense brush, and I'm going to apply this shade here. Oh, this one here, which is Rumour. And I'm only tapping the edge of my brush into that. And applying this to the lid on the outer corner. Not so much putting this into the crease, this is mainly staying on the lid. If any of you watch Raw Beauty Christie, if you haven't seen her latest video, I highly recommend you go over there. She has some amazing news, so I highly recommend that you check out her latest video. In case you haven't subscribed or clicked all notifications, you won't have gotten a notification, but if you're in for a little happy moment that will bring a little tear to your eye, watch her video. Honestly, so happy for her, and you will be too if you know who Raw Beauty Christie is, and if you've been keeping up with her for a little while, you'll know how amazing news this could be. Go and check her out. I'm still focusing the majority of this pigment on the lid. I'm building it up lines that might be there. But this eyeshadow shadow palette is so versatile. I lie in bed at night and literally think about what eye look I'm going to do. I at least try to plan, but generally what ends up happening is I get 10 looks in my head and I want to do every single one of them in the video, and that's impossible. Well, it's not impossible, it could be done, but your face would probably be really sore at the end of it with all the washing. Next shade, I'm going to go in with Glamour, which is this shade here. This shade here, this is Glamour, it's a very deep brown. Keeping with the little dense brush. Again, just patting that into the corner and applying it to the outer corner of my eyelid. This is just going to help deepen it up again a little bit. Blend the edges out, just a little bit, doesn't need too much. Just getting rid of that transition line. There we go. For my lid colour, I'm going to go in with Glitzed again, which is this one here. I used this shade yesterday and it was absolutely beautiful. Really, really pigmented and so shimmery. You see it, it just really pops, makes your eye pop. Forgetting half the sentence to say. I find that when you're trying to get high pigment out of a shimmery colour, applying it with your fingers can really help keep it really, really strong. There we go, that's the eye look done. I just need to cover my lashes and put mascara on, and then I'll come back and we'll complete the rest of the face. Don't you just love it when you've got your eyelashes perfectly curled, they're voluminous, they are all perfectly done, and you put your mascara on and it's like it weighs it down and it's gone. I didn't use my normal, usual favourite mascara today. I actually used the Rimmel London Lash Accelerator Endless Grow Lash Complex and Fibre Mascara. I don't find that this mascara particularly does much, but it does give quite a nice effect to the eyes, and it seems to stain the lashes when you wash off. Does it make your eyelashes grow? I don't know. I've had that mascara for quite a while now and I've never really noticed a difference, but maybe somebody would. Next up, I'm going to do my blush first. For blush, this is a cream blush. This is the MUA Blush Perfection, and this is in the shade Lush. I love this blusher. You may think, if you are new to cream blushes, you may think this is very vibrant. However, the one thing to remember with a cream blush is that generally they are nowhere near as pigmented as the first seem. And I will show you, because this does look crazy pigmented, but it's not. It's a beautiful way to achieve a natural glow without drying any of your skin out. If you have got more mature skin or more drier skin, I say it all the time because it amazes me the amount of people who don't know. If you have more mature skin or drier skin, or you just want that beautiful glow, cream product will be your absolute friend. We're going to be doing highlighter today as well, but I just wanted to do this blush first, and I'm using my God-given beauty blenders to blend it all out. I have put quite a lot on today because I really want that beautiful flushed look, and I'm putting a little bit on my nose because I don't know, there was just something about it recently that I really liked. The little pigment it gave to your face, the little bit of blush on the nose, but it does look quite pink, but I do quite like that. I like quite rosy cheeks. Just making sure it's well blended. I like rosy cheeks. I do quite like, I love blush. I'm obsessed with blush, especially cream blush. Just love the glow. Can't get enough of the glow. But I'm really digging the eye look. I feel like this is a really nice, warm and cozy eye look. That might sound so strange, but that's how it makes me feel. I love a warm, cozy eye look, especially when it's just a day in the house doing housework. For highlight, I'm going to go into this end shade here. I'm using my ring finger for this, and I'm just going to tap it into the outer corner on the eye socket, top of the cheeks. You don't want too much highlight, I just want enough that's going to draw your attention back here. My hand is so sore when I do this, it's really painful. I think it's because it's like a graze, it's almost like a burn. That's how it feels. It's not nice at all. It doesn't look nice either. It was driving me up the wall, especially the fact I had nothing to cover it with today. So there we go. This just adds a nice subtle bit of colour. I'm going to use the white shade here, this shade here, and I'm going to put it on my Cupid's bow. Because I have quite a narrow top lip, a little bit of highlight just helps emphasise that tiny little lip a little bit more. The bottom one isn't as thin, and I feel that sometimes because the bottom lip is more fuller, it can sometimes swamp what the remains of my top lip. I am going to choose a lipstick, and we're back. So I went for a really neutral nude lipstick. This is I would say it was a semi-matte. It's not matte that it will dry your lips out, but it's not wet that it's going to disappear. This is one of the lipsticks from the PS Pro, right? PS matte. Oh my god. This lipstick is from the Primark's PS range, and this is the finished look. This is how I really like to help my dry skin I like to add a little bit of glow to it, healthy glow, and I think cream products are the best way to achieve that. And I really like the soft focus that the eyes have with its warm, cozy look. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope if you haven't already, you'll subscribe and ring the bell so that you get notifications of all my upcoming videos. Please comment below. I love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you again. Goodbye guys.